from this way. All right, well, good afternoon. I am Jennifer Hance, talking from behind the camera today. In front of me, we have Austin Homan, Corey Shoemate, and Trey Godet. I always feel like I say your last name wrong, Trey. It is good. Okay, I wasn't wrong. I always feel like I say it wrong. But these are three of our amazing athletic staff here with Greensboro Parks and Recreation. And we're really excited to have them here with us today to talk about some baseball. So as you can see in Austin's hand right here, he does not have a baseball. He has a tennis ball, and that's okay. We have two tennis balls here, two tennis balls here, and then we have some wiffle balls on the ground. So if you do not have a baseball, that's okay. Actually, it might be preferred if you don't have a baseball today.
We don't have any gloves either.
Yes, and notice there's no gloves. So today is just learning some basics about baseball, and we're going to do that here in just a minute. But before we do, I just want to remind you we're going to be live again tomorrow at 1 p.m. We will be working on some exercises that you can do at home with you and your family. So we will go ahead and get started with our baseball demos.
All right, so I'm going to start off with some drills that we do in our Start Smart program that we have here at the Sportsplex. We're going to start off with a few throwing drills. We're going to start with a throwing progression. If you'll look at my player here, Austin Homan, he's going to hold his left hand under his right elbow and flick the ball towards my chest. And this is to learn the proper fundamentals for throwing. You're going to follow through straight ahead. You could do this at a wall or with a parent, either way, just like that. And then after you get about 5 to 10, you want to move into the next.
Talk louder.
You want to move into the next progression. So Austin's going to be on a knee, and he's going to stay in that position and just follow through. Throw the ball straight to me, and I'll throw it back. Nice. Now, what are you focused on here, Austin?
So I'm keeping my elbow up, getting to a power T position, working on using your front elbow as a sight for your target, and then following through.
Nice, good job. Next progression, after you get 5 to 10, you're gonna stand on 2 feet, a little further than shoulder width apart, and you're gonna get into that same power position and throw to me. Nice. And you wanna pick out a target on the wall if you don't have a throwing partner. If you got a parent at home who can play with you, that's even better. Nice. 5 to 10, and then we're going to move into our next progression. You're going to spread out perpendicular to the wall or to your parent, get in the power position and throw again. Remember to pivot on your back foot. It's okay if you move your feet a little bit, but you want to try to keep them in place on the ground. Nice. And lastly, this is our last progression. We're going to step through and throw like you normally would. Say if you're an outfielder and infielder who just caught a ground ball. So here I'll demonstrate. Catch the ball, right foot, left foot, if you're right-handed, and throw. Nice. And lastly, the last drill we want to show you guys is a game of 21. Trey, you want to get involved for this?
Sure.
Trey is our newest Start Smart member here.
Happy to be here.
So we're going to play a simple game of catch. When the ball hits your chest, you get 1 point. Face, you get 2 points. So we're going to keep score here for a second. Okay, Austin got a point there. Hit Trey in the chest. I'll give you a point. Oh, no point. Oh, 2 points for Austin. Nice. That's a point. I'll give him a point. 1 more point. They're not aiming for the face right now. Let's see it. So you get the idea, and whoever gets to 21 first will be the victor of that small little game.
Just keep talking loud.
All right, so next thing we're going to go into is ground balls. A few drills you can do at home. Say you have a parent, or not even a parent if you want to do them on the wall. That's fun. So the first thing I like to
Face me and just talk real loud.
First thing I like to do is hit about 5 to 10 feet from the wall, and you kind of want to throw it not as hard as you can, but something that'll give you a bit of a challenge. You want to spread your feet more than shoulder width apart, and get down low in a fielding position with your hands out front and your face where you can see the ball. Just gonna throw, catch the ball with 2 hands out in front. So I'll repeat. Just working on catching the ball with 2 hands, making it stick. If you have a glove at home, it's a good time to put on your glove, but you don't have to. My face is getting red. That's an error. All right, one more drill. I'm gonna have my player
Talk a little
come up
louder.
front. As a parent, if you have a parent with you, you can do this. I'm gonna throw the ball off the wall, and he's gonna expect the ground ball in front of him and react to it. And move his feet if he has to. Just like that. Now I'm gonna give you one side to side here. He's gonna move his feet, get in front of it, and catch it with 2 hands. Just like that.
If you can't squat for that long, could we do this standing up? Yes, we can do this standing up.
But you still want to make sure that you're working on those good fundamentals, keeping your hands out in front, eyes in line with the glove, keep your eye on the ball.
Okay. So, like they said, if you can't squat for that long, because Lord knows I probably can't either at this point, but, you know, stand up, squat, just a small squat, maybe a little like...
And you can stand up in between throws as well.
Yeah, so you can stand up if you want, but you're just really focusing on that hand and catching it and using your glove.
Okay. One more advanced drill with the ground balls. If my player goes in front of me here and gets in the fielding position,
A little louder. You just yell. It's fine.
I'm gonna roll him balls, and he's gonna bring them back, and I'm gonna work him side to side. He's gonna shuffle his feet, catch the ball, throw it back, just like that. It's good to have 2 balls for this drill, maybe 3. And a glove is not needed at all. He's just gonna work on catching the ball out in front of his body. That's what's important, so you can see it.
So as you can see, they're rolling the ball side to side, and that way you're having to go to the ball. The ball isn't always coming to you, because as we know, when you play basketball, sports ball, right? You know, when you're playing baseball, the ball doesn't always come directly to you. So this is a really great...
I'm out of breath too.
And Austin is out of breath. He hadn't played baseball in a while. But this is a really great way to be sure that you're really focusing on going to the ball and not always expecting it to come to you.
Okay. Lastly, we want to work in a few hitting drills. We realize everybody at home might not have a ball or a bat, but in case you do, or a bat or a tee. But we have a tee set up here. We're going to show you a few hitting drills off the tee.
Okay. So I've had a request to reintroduce you guys to everybody.
Okay.
So we've got Corey Shoemate. Corey Shoemate works here at the Sportsplex, and he helps with our Start Smart Baseball. He played baseball at Elon University. You said shortstop and second base?
Yes.
So he's a baseball expert. We have Austin Homan, who is our athletic superintendent. Austin is also a baseball player. And he played outfield with East Carolina University. Then we have Trey Godet, who is our supervisor here at the Greensboro Sportsplex. He's not a baseball player, which is okay.
Backyard University.
Backyard University, nothing wrong with that. But he did play basketball, so maybe we will see him out here showing us some basketball here over the next few weeks, as we'll be doing our virtual sports here and our virtual programming throughout the next few weeks. So let's see. The question is, can you play or use a bigger ball like a kickball for little guys who may not have the ability to catch a smaller ball?
That depends on the age group there. Maybe you could let us know in the comments or however they're doing it. But typically you want to start out with only a slightly bigger ball. A kickball is going to be a little too big. And the bat actually might recoil if he hits it too hard. So I don't want you to get hurt there. So anything like a wiffle ball, a softball is great for kids. Baseball is going to be a good option, but not indoors usually. You don't want to break something and mom get mad at you.
With some of the catching drills, you can also use a koosh ball.
A koosh ball. Yeah.
Softer as well.
Koosh ball.
I haven't seen a koosh ball since like 1994. I love it. So yeah, so you can use balls that are a little bigger, but you want to be sure that, like he said, a kickball might recoil, so we don't want to do anything like that. And if you're going to use a harder ball, especially, you want to be sure that you're outside.
Yeah, anything filled up with air like that is going to recoil a little bit.
Makes sense.
So for young ages like 3 to 5, a larger ball like a softball is going to be better.
Okay, great.
All right. So the first tee drill I'm going to have Austin demonstrate here, and don't worry, Austin's a professional. So you want the tee set up in front of his front foot. Austin's left-handed. A lot of you righties out there, it'll be your left foot. So like switch it around, it'll be the other way.
Okay.
So just make sure it's slightly in front of that front foot. All right. You're going to place the ball on the tee, and you're going to focus on hitting the very middle of the ball straight ahead at first. Now, a lot of people are going to ask, if you want to hit the ball straight ahead, where does it need to be? It needs to be, if you put your bat out right where it's most comfortable on this barrel, right here. That's going to be a ball down the middle of the plate. Nice.
What's that?
I want to follow the ball, but I'm afraid I'm going to make everyone dizzy. I'll follow this next one. Just be prepared. We're going with the ball this time, people.
And hitting off a tee is a great drill for all ages. I know I have buddies that have made it to the big leagues. They still hit off a tee every day. And you can do this on your own, at home, in the backyard, wherever you can. And let's go. Another drill you can do, you can move the ball slightly away. Now, when the ball's away, you want it to be a little bit more in between your feet. There you go.
So this is a ball that would be hit to left field.
Say that louder.
This would be a ball that would be hit likely down the middle or to left field.
Okay.
That's all right.
So, Austin, Zach Womack,
What's up, Zach?
he said that he sees that you're still hitting it to right field and the right side.
Inside out there. That's right. Go back. Watch yourself, Trey.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
You know,
Hey, didn't keep my eye on the ball. Womack got me all fired up.
Now, one thing I want to point out real quick is where Austin's eyes are all the time. He's got his eyes on the ball. As you progress as a player, as you get past the T-ball stages, you're going to want to look out front to where the ball is going to be coming from, say a pitcher. So a good drill to do is to look at an imaginary pitcher and then transition to the ball on the tee with your eyes.
so we had a question. Jamie said swing and a miss. Jamie Goodyear. We had a question that, is there a good way to make a homemade tee, maybe with PVC pipe or something?
Yeah, I mean, sure, you probably could. The only thing with the homemade tee, though, is the nice thing about this tee, usually you see tees that have kind of rubber at the top, or the tee is actually made of rubber, because it gives a little bit if you don't, if you do like what I did, and hit the bottom of the tee. So ideally, you would want to buy a tee or have one made out of some kind of rubber.
Okay. So where could somebody get one of those? Like Play It Against Sports?
Sports, Dick's Sporting Goods, Academy probably has some. So, yeah.
All right, so we have, as you can see, we have a lot of places here in town that can help you get the gear that you need to play baseball, including bats, gloves, balls, a little bit of everything, tees, because obviously those are important. All right.
If you don't have a tee, you could do soft toss.
You could do soft toss with your player.
Okay, so we're going to learn about soft toss right now. I felt like I was in the way for a second there. Hold on.
So if you have a parent with you, they're going to try to aim the ball at your front hip, right around here, where he's going to make contact with the ball.
Okay, just in case you didn't hear that, what Corey was saying is the person that's throwing the ball, they're going to try to aim it towards your front hip.
And depending on how tall the kid is, you can be on a knee or standing up. I'm going to stand up for this drill.
Okay.
That's a bomb right there.
And then, like Corey was saying, depending on how tall your child is, you might want to stand when throwing it. So Austin's a pretty tall child. But if your child was say 3 or 4 and you're doing this, you might want to be down on one knee. Or you can just sort of, do those lunges like we talked about that make our knees burn. Get a little bit of exercise for yourself in there as well.
And it's important not to be in front of the child so they don't hit the ball back at you. You're just going to stand off to the side.
Yeah, that's a great point. You want to be sure that you're standing in front of your child, off to the side, at a safe distance, because we don't want anyone to get hurt. And Jason, thank you for letting us know that. He said Target had plenty of teas the other day. Yeah. So check out Target. They might not have bread, but they're going to have tea. Okay. So go on over there and grab one, and it'll get you outside. Okay. Oh, and Kate Hopper just put up a link to a homemade batting tee. Cool. Thank you for doing that, Kate. That's awesome. So there's that example as well.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
So does that pretty much wrap it up?
Okay.
Unless we want to go over any other drills, Austin?
I think that's good. That's a good kind of a throwing progression. You can work on catching, playing 21, obviously a little bit of ground ball work and some tee work, just some things to kind of get you guys active and outside. I know it's kind of tough being cooped inside for an extended period of time, so just go out, have fun, and you can always go out and throw a ball off the wall.
Yeah. Will you tell us a little bit about our Start Smart program for people who are interested?
Yeah, sure. So for those of you who aren't aware, our Start Smart program is offered for kids ages 3 to 5. We offer Start Smart Baseball, which is our the sport that's coming up obviously the quickest. We also offer Start Smart Football and Start Smart Basketball throughout the year.
Okay. So those are great opportunities for your kids to learn early and get started with sports, really focus on the basics and
basic fundamentals, motor development, skill development, just kind of getting kids acclimated. It's a non-competitive environment, so you're not out there. Parents are out there on the fields with you, so just a really good program to kind of get kids introduced to various sports.
Great. Wonderful. Well, thank you all for joining us again today.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. We'll get away from everybody here. I'm going to turn while I'm talking and show you the Sportsplex, because if you haven't seen it, it's a pretty awesome facility. Let me walk out here real quick. But don't forget that tomorrow we will be live again at 1 p.m. We are going to be doing some in-home exercises at Smith Active Adult Center, but it's for any ages, and we look forward to seeing you. Thanks so much.